find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
Laura Lee tuning into Mr. David Spirit. Welcome, David.
Hi, Laura Lee.
David, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio.
David, I have the impression of a male here who was hospitalized, and I see them surrounded with the flowers and such, and I am approaching the bed as if to say goodbye, like as if it could be you and or other family members. Does this make sense?
Oh, yes, it does, because my brother died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and he was rendered unconscious by the disease, and I wasn't able to get a physical response out of him. He remained unresponsive.
He knew you were there.
Yes, he did.
He was wearing oxygen as well.
Yes, I do remember that.
He's showing that to me because he wants to share his appreciation for showing up. He heard you say, "I love you."
Oh, that's great. I did. Yeah, I was holding his hand and, trying to get a response out of him, but unfortunately he remained unconscious he remained in almost like a semi-comatose state.
Yeah, and they do say when they're in that state, they can hear, and he did. He says the diagnosis came a little late in the stage of things.
Oh, it did. Absolutely.
So this is a confirmation to the message and that how much he heard you and everything, and that the treatments couldn't do enough for him to overcome it. And I felt like he just surrendered. It was his time.
He was 76 when he passed, or 70, I believe 75. Yeah.
Wow. And you're the younger.
Yes, I remain alone now. I live by myself singly, and I'm just kind of wondering if I have any avenues for love in my life.
Well, certainly you do. You're online communicating with some people right now. Is that correct?
Yes, it looks as though I have several users.
Mm-hmm. Very good. So, anytime, but you have to be a little more proactive, David. So you got to meet outside the house. He tells me there's also another female who's very heartbroken about his passing, and he wants to make mention of that because I feel like you've been stepping in the role to kind of caretake in that capacity. Do you know who he's talking about?
I would say that would be Mylene Bender, a neighbor of mine.
Right. And you stay in touch with her?
Yes, I do. I do frequent favors for her, and I'm glad to be doing those favors for her.
Right, because she was obviously very close to you guys, and he says that he was that way with her, so now you also as well, right? So you guys have been all longtime friends.
Yes, that's correct.
There's one last thing he wants to mention here, David, and that I don't know if it was him or if this is you or it's the both of you, but somebody kept a very untidy house, like stacks of paper that has trouble organizing.
That's very true. My brother and I've taken after him.
Oh, you have? Well, you guys are part of the same stock. Was there not closure about a settlement that something is on your mind or was on his mind associated with him?
Yes, there was a Roundup settlement where my brother was exposed to some Roundup, and I filed a lawsuit, with several, perhaps thousands of other people who have had similar experiences.
Terrible.
And it's been 6 years, and I'm hoping for a remuneration for it. And, it looks as though things have been caught up in legal troubles and legal battles.
Of course there are, because this is a class action suit.
Yes.
Yeah, and don't expect as much as you think or anticipate. It was a pleasure. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Laura Lee. I appreciate all of your helpful feedback.
You're welcome. And if you'd like to sign up to the pre-recorded show, go to radiomediumlauralee.com, where you can also learn about my other services and upcoming group reading webinar. Join me. And you can tune into your spirit each and every day by subscribing to the podcast and rate it and share it. We'd appreciate that. And join me for the conversation over at Facebook Radio Medium Laura Lee Group. I would love to hear from you.